Happy New Year, everyone. Hello, my name is Estea, and today I will talk a bit with you guys about my 2024, about what I have in mind for 2025, what my goals are, how I'm stepping into this new year, and with what mindset. I have my laptop with me, and I wrote some things down about what happened in 2024 and what I want to do in 2025. It's not really that specific. It's more just what I've learned and what I've taken from the last year and how I'm gonna incorporate that into the new year. So, but I thought it would be interesting to film. So, yes, I love talking about New Year's resolutions and all that good stuff with other people. I think it's so interesting, and I love reflecting. I love looking back on shit. I love that. So I thought, why not film it? So let's get into it. Starting off, I'd like to talk about my 2024. For me, 2024 was an amazing year. It was a beautiful year. So many things happened though, and it was packed at all times. I feel like I was so busy. But I also, this year is so, I hold it very dear in my heart because it was such a year of of celebration, and I feel like I really found what I want to do in life, and I really figured out how I want to fulfill my life moving on, which is great. I feel like that's what everyone's looking for in life, what do I like, what do I want to be doing, what is fulfilling me. And only once you know that, that is when you can implement those things into your life. So I'm very grateful that I feel like I've kind of got that figured out now. That's really what 2024 was for me in a couple sentences. But as I said, it was a year that everything changed. I mean, the way I started the year and the way I ended it is totally different. And I left a lot behind in 2024. A lot of things by choice, a lot of things also kind of just happened, kind of just left, kind of just disappeared, kind of just, a lot of people as well. It was a year. But also something that I've learned from 2024 is to be okay with things happening and you not really knowing why it had to happen. Because I am always a firm believer, like, everything happens for a reason, everything happens to contribute to a greater good in my life. And a lot of times I can see why. I can see, okay, this person had to leave to make space for this person, or this job had to leave to make space for this new job. But some things in 2024, I'm not sure why they happened. And I've just been learning to come to peace with that, and that it's okay, that you don't always have to know why things happen, because that is real trust. That is really having trust in the way things play out in your life. If you don't know why they happen, but you still trust that it is for a good reason. So that is really also a lesson that I've learned and that I'm still learning. But that really also brought me a lot of peace, just being okay with the way that things turn out, even if it was different than what you had imagined at first. So it was a year where I completed a lot of goals. I think almost everything that I wanted to do in 2024 I did. Not necessarily in the way that I thought I would, but it still happened. And made a lot of space. I feel like in the first half of my year, my life was a certain way. Then I had a little buffer period in summer where everything changed. And the second half of my year was completely different and filled with different stuff. But I also started being really conscious about what I wanted in my life, what I let into my life. And I started really filling my life with things that fulfilled me, which was the best thing that I could have done for myself. Second half of 2024 was so busy. It was packed, but it was amazing. Like, a lot of work had to be done, to be at the point where I am now. And I feel so at peace with my life, and especially with where my life is going. So that's a little throwback on the last year for me. And yeah, another lesson that I've learned in 2024 that has changed my life is to just do what you have to do. Just do what you gotta do right now, right in the moment. Procrastination is the devil, I'm telling you guys. Just do what you have to do. Like, life is so much easier when you just do what you have to be doing at all times. Like, I know that it sounds so hard, and it definitely was, a transition. Like, it definitely was a process that did not happen overnight, but it changed my life, literally. And it's so easy to just be like, oh my god, my room's a mess right now, I'll just go to bed and I'll clean it in the morning. And then you start your day already like kind of like moody because your room's a mess. No one likes being in a messy room, and you already start your day not feeling as productive because you have like a very filled to-do list, but you know like the first thing that you have to do is clean your room, and you're just like, oh, and it's like, are you really gonna start your day like that? When you know that it's better to just do it before you go to bed. Take 15 minutes, tidy it up, and then tomorrow you can start your day feeling fresh, like in a fresh, clean room, and you can, boom, you can start everything that you have to do for the day. And I feel like we all know at all times what it is that we should be doing. I remember when I was a kid, I would always think like, if my mom was in my room right now, what would I be doing? I'd probably be making English homework. I would probably be doing something that I had to do. I'd probably clean my room. I'd probably do my homework. If my mom was looking at me right now, I was such a weird kid. Why did I think of that? But in reality, I was probably just like watching YouTube videos in my bed or something, you know? And I've just, you know, I just feel like you're always so aware of what you actually should be doing, but you know, you just don't always do it. And when I got a little older, I remember thinking in my head a lot of the times, like, in a perfect world, you know, where I'd be living my ideal life and where I'd be the happiest I've ever been, what would I be doing right now? Now sometimes I would go do that, and it was never really some crazy shit, obviously, you know. Most of the time it was just like, it was happening in a perfect world. If I was the best version of myself right now, I would do this or I would do that. And like, these are all just examples of me being a kid with a weird imagination, but also just about the fact that you always know what it is that you should be doing. We all know it, but it's so much easier to ease into comfort than to get out of your comfort zone and do the uncomfortable thing now, but it's gonna bring you so much joy in the future. And something that has gotten me to get out of this procrastination mood and out of this rut is to just do it. Like, you just have to fucking do it. And you know, for example, if you have to, let's take the room cleaning example. If you had to clean your room and you actually like cleaned your room before you go to bed, you would feel so fulfilled when you laid in bed, like, oh my god, I cleaned my room, like, I feel so proud of myself, you know, I feel so productive. And that's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to just feel proud and to just feel like satisfied. It's so much better than just like laying in your bed with clothes on it in your room that's a mess, and just like, you're not happy in that moment. Even when you're procrastinating to actually clean it, you're not happy while you're procrastinating. I can make a whole video on this. Like, this is the biggest lesson that I've learned in the last year, for sure. But it's also the one that have brought me the most joy out of everything. It's just like, we are so used to, you know, this instant gratification. I feel like everyone has heard that word for the past couple years, like every single day. Instant gratification, dopamine rush, whatever. But we're so used to it. And it's like, it's killing our brains, you know, because it's so much easier to not clean my room that night and like scroll TikTok and like laugh at videos, you know. Is that really bringing me joy long term? No. And you know it. It's not something that I have to tell you, like, you know it, I know it. It's just a comfortable, easy way. So just really getting out of that comfort is something that I've been doing, and it's only been positive. It's only been a positive improvement to my life. So with these lessons that I've learned in 2024, and to be honest, much more that I won't be getting into in this video because I don't want it to be super long. But yeah, with these things that I've learned in 2024, I started crafting like a vision for my 2025 and how I'm going to incorporate these lessons to make the most out of my next year. And something that I've really been thinking a lot about in the last months of 2024 is about how I am filling my time, in the sense that I want to be more mindful of how I'm spending my time. And this regards a lot of things. And it sounds a bit vague, but essentially it's like the way you're spending your days is the way that you're living your life. And I remember I heard that sentence a couple years ago, but it's never left my mind. The way you're spending your days is the way you're living your life. This is your life. This is what you'll tell your children about in the future. This is your legacy, essentially, the way that you're spending your days right now. There will not be a time where you'll live your life and this is preparation for that. This is how you're spending your life. And I really just want to fill my life with things that fulfill me, with things that satisfy me, with things that enrich me. And short form content is not one of those things. I've entered this year with no TikTok on my phone. I know. I'm very proud of that. I'm so looking forward what no TikTok will bring me this year, because that app is a disease. Oh my god. I could also make a whole nother video on that. Of course, I love the app just like you. It's so fun. The algorithm is so good. Every single video that I scroll upon is amazing and makes me laugh or makes me like inspired. I want to engage with all the content on that app. The algorithm is so good and so specifically catered to each person. Like, I think that I would spend about 2 hours a day on TikTok, which is a lot. It's a lot of my time. 2 hours out of my day. How much time is that? A week, a month, a year? And I don't want to do it anymore. It's not fulfilling. It's just like, maybe I'll get a little laugh out of it, but it's not worth how much time I'm spending on it. It's not worth it. Especially, I feel like lately, TikTok has become, an income for many people, and oftentimes when I'm using the app, by watching, I'm just like a customer. I keep seeing these videos, interact with this video so I can stop my job, interact with this video so I can do this. And besides the fact that, I'm becoming more aware of my position as a customer, paying with my attention and my time on that app, it's also just like, even when I see like, if I see a video of like a family in Gaza that like asks, can you please interact with this video so we can afford bread or whatever, of course I'll do that. Those are not the only people begging for money on that app. It's also just in people like promoting products. I was talking about this with my friend, and every time that we use TikTok, we feel like we need to buy new clothes or new makeup or whatever, and it's just these people basically encouraging you to buy all this shit that you don't need. And I've just become so aware of my position as a customer on that app, and it kind of disgusts me. So yeah, this is just something that I don't want to be doing anymore. Anyways, so yeah, I'm starting my year without TikTok, and I am so curious how long I will keep this up for. Of course, I hope it to be the whole entire year, but we'll see. Maybe in summer I'll download it for a bit to see what I've missed. But yeah, I do feel better, because also I feel like, those 2 hours a day that I would usually spend on TikTok, I still have those 2 hours in my day. I'm just spending them on different things. I'm just spending them on things that actually contribute to my long-term well-being. And that's really what this year is all about for me. What I wrote down for 2025 is just being more mindful how I'm spending my time. And this consists of, as I said, no TikTok, but also saving money. And this one is something that I have been thinking about, because I've always been a person, I like what I like, I want to buy what I like. If I go out, I want to buy coffee, I want to buy new clothes, I want to buy this and this and that. But, of course, to buy things you need money. But I've always been like, okay, if I'm spending more this month, I'll just work more this month to make up for it. And I guess it works. It's a way to do things, right? Especially when you're young. I don't have many responsibilities money-wise. As long as I make enough money to buy what I want, it's fine. But I've just been realizing that my time is so precious, And the way that I'm spending my days is the way that I'm living my life. And I spend a lot of my time at work. And for what? To afford bullshit that I kind of don't really need. It's kind of a waste of my time, and it's not necessarily something that fulfills me in life. And that's just really what I've been thinking about. I want to be mindful about how I spend my time. So, work. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's necessary to make money. But do I really need that much money? Not really. I could be living a more simpler life. Especially when you think about the fact that those things that I would buy to bring me just like that dopamine hit, to bring me like that instant gratification of spending money, is not really contributing to my long-term happiness, which is what this year is all about for me. So, yeah, I'm saving more money, working less, and taking time out of work and putting it into things that actually contribute to my life on long term, and on things that actually fulfill me in life. So saving money has been a big thing for me this year, and I've just made a couple rules for myself on how I'm doing that. It's been going pretty well. I'll chip in with you guys soon to let you know how that's going. But so far, it's been going well, I'd say. In the realm of being mindful, I'm spending my time. I've also been reading way more in 2024 than the previous years of my life, which is something that I'm very happy about, because I love reading. I've always loved reading, and that is actually something that is so good for you, to read. I've also just been reading more fictional books, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, because I study political science, and I've used to read a lot of like books about politics, and I've just been wanting to read more fiction books because it's so fun, and that's really something that I've started doing in 2024, which I'm so grateful for, because it's been great. It's been great, and I feel so intellectual, guys. I'm just like, and I read all the classics this year. Like, what did I read? I read Emily Bront, I read Sylvia Plath, I read, who else did I read? That makes me sound smart. I read James Baldwin. I'm a smart gal. Anyways, yeah, so that is something I actually like doing and feel like contributes to my life long term. Obviously reading, it's amazing. And also this year, ever since I don't have TikTok, which it's been only like about 8 days, I've been reading way more, because when I am commuting from school to home or something, which is like a little over an hour sometimes, I just read my book. Like, it's been great. My mind has been so calm. Like, it's been great. Also, never really been a movie or like a TV person, because I've always been like, I don't have time. I always felt like, oh my god, I don't have time to watch like a movie of 2.5 hours today. Like, I have to do this and this and this. However, I've been watching some movies lately, which I feel like if you have time to, spend 2 hours watching TikTok, you probably have time to watch a 1.5 hour movie, and I've been having time. So I don't know if I'll become very interested in film and whatever. We'll see about that. Maybe it's not in my nature. Like, I have not watched fucking Squid Game, Breaking Bad. I have not watched any of that because it's just never really been my thing. Um, but who knows what this year brings? Maybe now that I'm more calm in my head, I feel like I have time to binge watch a Netflix series. Honestly, I don't think so. But who knows? You know? But yeah, since this year started, I've watched one film and I've watched one documentary, which just like, it's just for fun, you know. The documentary was about this sculptor, which is not something that I would usually like just watch for no reason, but it was very fun, and I have the time for it, you know. And I feel like that is spending my time wisely and really just being mindful about what I'm consuming. Art, because I love art. I love, you know, studying the culture. I love music. And I really just want to make more and more time for those things that I love. And also, I've been working on a passion project for the last couple months, which I'm so excited about. So excited. I don't want to share too much yet though, but it's gonna be amazing. And it's already turning out so good, and that's been something that's really fulfilling me right now. And by being more mindful, I'm spending my time. I'm also making more time free to work on that. And it's been amazing. It's been so fun and so fulfilling. Like, I keep using the same words. Like, it's so satisfying, so fulfilling. Yeah. What are you fulfilling your life with? Be mindful with how you're spending your time. That is a message to me, and that's a message from me to you. So, yeah. I think that that is about it for this video, honestly. I have some things that I'd like to say, but we can make another video. That's the thing, like, I can make as many videos as I want. This is my channel, you know. So, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know. And, yeah, I'll see you guys soon.